All right, we're getting closer to the version 3.2 special program, and I can't wait to see what they have in store, especially with the continuation of the Amphoria story. I enjoyed version 3.1 story quest so much. I've already shared my thoughts on Mayday's arc in my review video, but overall, I think the storytelling quality has improved significantly. Back in version 3.0, we criticized the story quest for being too long while lacking the right presentation to keep players engaged. This time, though, I didn't feel that issue as much. The writing has improved, and so has the cinematography. In fact, there are several non-cutscene moments that stood out to me. For example, about 15 minutes into the story, there's a scene where Mayday speaks to Divine Echo. The tension between them keeps building throughout the conversation, and the camera work, combined with well-executed special effects, really helps players feel that intensity.
You should be wielding your weapon as the god of strife. Battle me and put a swift end to this!
This is why I use the Strife Titan, only to reject the core flame, letting strife continue instead.
Another great scene is Triby's nightmare. This scene was meant to be unsettling and scary, and I think they absolutely nailed the atmosphere using similar techniques to make sure the players feel the fear.
What's going on?
Oh, Yanis, please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close. On the bloodied earth, the living dead, but ghosts. Subdued and subdued. Subdued, 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 subdued.
Then there's the moment when Mayday meets his teacher before announcing the end of Kremnoan dynasty. Here we get to see some smart camera works, taking shots from certain angles and framing choices that subtly convey the emotions of the characters as they speak.
No!
Convey my message to every Kremnoan. This is an order.
Do not do this, Mighty Mos. I beg you.
Our history commenced in the year 2506 of the Light Calendar, concluded in the year 4931. I, Mighty Mos, last king of Castrum Kremnos, son of Gorgo, do hereby proclaim the Kremnoan dynasty comes to an official close today.
And finally, my favorite scene, Fainon's farewell to Mayday. This scene is so well done, I love it.
I'll be on my way, Deliverer. Remember to stay alive till the final act.
Yes. Same goes for you. Don't die too easily. May triumph always be yours, Mighty Mos.
Oh, right. One last question.
Go ahead. You better not leave any regrets behind.
Are you the one who told Cartonis about the signet ring?
Well, who knows?
Now, of course, they aren't perfect. If you want to nitpick, you'll still find things to complain about. However, you can't deny that this is a step up from what we had in version 3.0. We can only hope that it will just keep improving from here. Regarding the content, I've already shared my thoughts in past videos. I dislike the new Divergence universe, but love the new Apocalyptic Shadow. As for the non-combat events, yeah, I'll just pretend they don't exist. I'm looking forward to the Memory of Chaos reset because the Flame Reaver is going to be there. We've already faced him in the story quest, but as usual, story boss fights are heavily toned down. so the MOC version will be our first real battle against him. Speaking of the Flame Reaver, I've heard theories about his true identity. One of them suggesting that he is Phaenon's alter ego from the future. It's still unclear how he turned into this monster, though. Maybe he was corrupted by the Black Tide, or perhaps he reached a moment of realization after witnessing the miracle of the core flames. That said, I do believe in this theory as well. The dead giveaway to me is the second battle scene against the Flame Reaver. In this version, May-Dai reveals that he's not actually immortal. He has one fatal weakness, which if he's struck in a specific part of his body, he will die, and the only person he ever told this to was Phaenon. Now, in this battle, the Flame Reaver specifically tried to strike that exact weak spot. Thankfully, Phaenon stopped him. Otherwise, May-Dai might not have survived. But that scene definitely raises my suspicion. How could he possibly know? You see, May-Dai revealed this secret inside the Vortex of Genesis, and at that moment, we didn't see the presence of Flame Reaver. The simplest answer is that this person is Phaenon. That's the mystery I hope future updates will reveal. I'm a bit disappointed that our encounter with the Flame Reaver in this version was so short. His fate after taking May-Dai's God Spear is still unknown, but hopefully he survives so we can face him again in the future, maybe as soon as version 3.2. About that, aside from the upcoming new characters, what else can we expect from this upcoming version? Well, for starters, let's take a look at today's sponsor. In this day and age where gacha games are trying to take over our wallets and the temptation to spend money on a PNG waifu has become more and more irresistible, we need the best deal we could possibly find if we don't want to end up eating grass for the rest of the month. Instead of purchasing the premium currency at full price from the in-game shop, why not try a third-party one, like LD Shop? Brought to you by LD Player, the emulator that used to sponsor my videos back in my FGO days. LD Shop offers discounted top-ups for Honkai Star Rail starting from 11% off, letting you get more jades for your money. The transactions are 100% secure, as they do not require account credentials. You can top up just by filling in the server and the game UID only, then wait for your purchase to be delivered within 5 minutes. Use my link in the description to register and get a general 10% off coupon and a special 5% off coupon, which can save up to $50. Special offers for you dolphins, spending over $80 a month will grant you a VIP membership, which comes with several benefits such as a free monthly pass and exclusive weekly and monthly coupons. The first thing I want to see is Trailblazer's trial when claiming the core flame of Orynyx. From what we know, the Chrysos Air trials reveal a person's past, making this the perfect opportunity to dive deeper into Trailblazer's relationship with the Stellaron Hunters. I hope version 3.2 story quest starts with this, just like how version 3.1 opened with May-Dai's trial. Castorice and Anaxa are the new characters, which means the story will most likely center around them. Castorice is still looking for Thanatos, while Anaxa is continuing his research. Maybe, in this version, we'll finally discover the whereabouts of the Titan of Death. I'm actually expecting a boss fight against Thanatos. Titan of Death definitely seems like prime boss material. Moving away from the story quest, if you remember, there's been some controversy surrounding Castorice's special ability. Obviously, I can't talk about it yet, but I'm one of those who oppose this approach. So I'm curious to see if the ability stays or gets removed in the beta, and if it stays, how they'll balance it moving forward. Since version 3.2 is the second anniversary patch, I'm also expecting more freebies than usual, along with QOL updates and maybe even new content. A 5-star selector would be nice, but if that's asking too much, I'd settle for a special banner where we're guaranteed a 5-star character from a single multi-using paid jades, kind of like what FGO does. For QOL updates, I really want them to refresh the light cone selection in every in-game shop, including the Battle Pass light cones. The current list feels outdated at this point. I also hope they will announce when they'll start buffing older units and give us more details on the Fate Stay Night collab. It's been a while since we last heard anything about it. At least drop another teaser, like Artoria's voice or something, just to keep the hype going. And finally, this has been my wish list since the closed beta. Please, Hoyoverse, announce co-op raids. Like, dude, seriously. Online turn-based RPG without co-op raid doesn't feel right. Imagine how cool it would be if we could interact with other players and form parties to fight weekly raid boss together. This feature has existed in RPGs for decades. If it's too hard to make, just copy-paste it from a Korean or Japanese turn-based game from 10 years ago. Honkai Star Rail needs co-op raid. I've been asking for this since beta, and I'll keep asking for it forever. So these are my expectations for the version 3.2 special program. Maybe I'm aiming too high. This is Hoyoverse we're talking about. But hey, just like Gotcha Smack says, let's not settle for the bare minimum.